Hello and welcome to ASP Runner and PHP Runner tutorials. In this demonstration, I will show you how to customize the visual appearance of the pages with Style Editor. With the Style Editor, you can choose a predefined set of layouts, styles and color schemes, as well as customize each of them to your taste. The preview panel will automatically reflect your changes, giving you the instant feedback of how the pages will look once you build your project. Please remember that to work properly, the Style Editor requires an Internet Explorer 7 or higher to be installed on your machine. Let's talk about the styles. The style is a set of parameters such as font, font size, margins, alignment, and other settings applicable to the page elements. The style settings are stored in the .style files in the styles folder. Depending on where you have installed the software, the folder path would look similar to this. The color scheme describes the color palette of the layout elements and stored as the .color files in the following folder. Before we jump into the customization mode, let's look at the scenario where you need to match the look and feel of the application generated by ASP Runner or PHP Runner with your existing website. For lack of a better example, let's assume that your website is TripAdvisor.com. and your web application will be embedded right below the website navigation bar. Your end product would look something like this. Now I can begin my customization. I will choose the Amsterdam layout, fancy style, and green color scheme as my starting point, as they are the closest to my desired end result. Now I will jump into the customization mode and start tweaking the look and feel. The first changes I want to make are to the containers. I will change the background color of all containers on the page and remove the gradient. I will also add the square-shaped corners. If you want to change the color and width of the border of the containers, you can easily do so in the Style Editor. Also, depending on your application, you might want to display the container buttons as links for a cleaner look. The page buttons also have a number of settings that can be tweaked. For example, I will change the shape of the buttons to square corners. You can also add gradient and play with the border of the buttons. You will also notice a large selection of fonts and colors to choose from, enough to make any button truly unique. Horizontal and vertical menus are also a big part of your web applications, so don't forget about them. I will alter the background color to the light green shade. I will remove the gradient, change the font, and the font color. I can also modify the appearance of the grid. For example, I will change the header background color to a different shade of green and modify the data rows to gray. And to make the rows a bit more prominent, I will add a border around it. Once you start changing the styles and color scheme parameters, you will notice that copies of the style and color scheme files are made in your project and all further changes are stored in these files. For example, since we have chosen the fancy style and began to make changes to it, the file fancy1.style is created in the style subfolder of your project folder. You can rename and delete these new styles and color files. However, files with standard styles and color schemes cannot be renamed or deleted. Once you're satisfied, you can apply your changes to the whole project, to all pages of the same type such as list, view, add or edit, or keep the changes to the current page only. And this completes our tutorial. Now you should have even more tools to have your web applications stand out.